Okay, hello and welcome to the video. Earlier today, I noticed a video made by Ramsey Dewey, who is an MMA judge, and he was saying that wrist locks are not currently banned in the unified rules. And I beg to differ because, first of all, if they were not banned, more people would be using them because they never use them at all in MMA anymore. But at least I've never seen it, and I watched for it, and I haven't seen them used since the first 8 seasons when they were definitely still legal before they even wore gloves. So, uh, the current unified rules state that you cannot grab the other person by the gloves, and you also cannot grab individual fingers for small joint manipulation. He's right about that. But the current unified rules say you cannot grab the other person by the gloves. So how in the hell are you supposed to put a wrist lock on somebody? If you grab if you grab me to do a front wrist lock, you can't get a front wrist lock on me without grabbing my glove. So automatically the front wrist lock is banned. You can't get the full wrist lock on me without grabbing my glove unless you do it like this, and that's going to be a lot less effective. All right? So there's no way you're going to full wrist lock me 9 times out of 10. No way. Without breaking the rules. And then same thing for the reverse wrist lock behind your back. How are you going to do that without grabbing my gloves? You can't do it. These are UFC 4-ounce gloves. See? All right? There's no trick here. All right? You literally cannot get a wrist lock on me without breaking the rules. Even though, and in the unified rules, it actually tells you, because I've read it, that they don't want you to be able to use wrist locks because they want the fights to artificially last longer than 10 seconds, end quote. The reasoning is not even a safety issue. The reason small joint manipulation and wrist locks are banned either directly or indirectly is because they want the fights to artificially last longer than 10 seconds. It says so in the World Unified Rules. Okay? There is no good reason for a fight between black belts to take 5-minute rounds to determine. Because when I used to beat the tar out of second-degree black belts, and they were real second-degree black belts that would kick the shit out of anybody in a street fight, and I used to beat them in handicap matches, the way I did it was wrist locks, and I beat the first one in 5 to 10 seconds flat every time and threw him aside, and then I beat the other guy a few seconds later. There is no reason for black belts to need 5-minute rounds to finish one another off. That is incompetence. All right? That is complete incompetence. And Darren was not a turkey sandwich. Like I said, he was 155 pounds, and he'd probably beat the 155 pounders in MMA right now. And that's the one that I beat in 5 to 10 seconds every time. The reason why they ban wrist locks is because when you throw a punch at me like this, or definitely if you throw a hook punch at me, I am catching your hand and wrist locking you. That's how fast my reflexes are. Anybody, you can be 3 weight classes smaller than me, and I'm fast enough to catch your hand out of the air and wrist lock you instantly. That's why they ban it. They don't want you to win. They don't want somebody like me to win. Okay? I already know this. If it wasn't banned, please tell me, why doesn't somebody wrist lock Israel Adesanya when he frames his hand way out here? All right? Because I sure as hell would. I would have his hand and wrist lock him in 2 seconds flat, is how fast I would beat him if I fought him right now even.